My baby is absolutely obsessed with anything that makes the crinkle sound, and so I wanted to make him something that's just kind of fun and cute. And I came up with some butterflies and moth patterns. I'm going to take you step by step so that you can make your very own. You'll want to gather the following: the pattern, fabric for the wings and body, cotton batting, crinkle plastic, a rattle ball, cotton stuffing, pinking shears, scissors, turning tube, thread, fabric pen, pins, and a needle. Start by cutting out your pattern pieces. This pattern doesn't include a seam allowance, so keep that in mind. For the wings and antenna, fold your fabric in half face to face. Then layer the crinkle plastic and batting on top. Trace around the pattern pieces for the wings, leaving a 1/4 inch all the way around as your seam allowance. Use the arrows to position your pieces in the same orientation if your fabric has a specific weave or pattern to it. Remember to mark where the lines are as well. Then pin your layers together. On a section of fabric that doesn't have batting or plastic, trace 2 antennae and pin together. You can sew directly on the line for all of these. Leave the space between the vertical lines open. I find that it's easier to sew before cutting it out, especially when there are multiple layers, like with the wings, or small pieces, like with the antenna. Remove the pins. Then use scissors or pinking shears to cut it out, keeping a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. The zigzag helps to keep the fabric from puckering, especially in areas with tight curves. Now you can turn these pieces right side out. Insert the turning tube between the 2 layers of fabric and begin pushing, starting with the wingtip. You can pull the wings through either the top or the bottom opening, but make sure that you do the same for both sides so that it doesn't get twisted. After turning out the antenna, tie a knot towards the top on both. A cute way to finish the wings is with a top stitch. Remember to double back at the beginning and end to lock in this stitch. Use the pattern guide to line up the wings. Pin them together and sew a quick stitch right down the middle to hold them in place. For the body, trace 1 piece for the front and mirror 2 pieces for the back. Include the line marks. Add a dotted line to indicate a 1/4 inch seam allowance. On the straight edge of the 2 back pieces, leave a more generous seam allowance. About a 1/2 inch will do. Cut the pieces out. Line up the 2 back pieces, right sides facing in, and pin together. Sew along the straight edge, leaving an opening between the 2 marks. Line up the front and back of the body and pin together. Sew along the line, keeping the spaces between the marks open. This is where you'll insert the wings and antenna. To assemble, pull the antenna through the holes at the top of the body. Make sure they're the same length and angled the way that you'd like them. Sew them in and anchor by stitching forward and back. Turn the body out. Then insert the wings through the hole in the back and pull through the holes on the sides. Use the pattern guide to make sure everything is aligned. Start adding stuffing at the tip of the body first, working in small chunks. Be sure to add stuffing to the front of the body too, in order to add dimension. Wrap the rattle ball in stuffing before adding it to the top of the body. This will just make sure that it stays soft. Using a ladder stitch, close up the hole in the back. After knotting, pass the needle through the body and cut the thread. Make sure that the wings are aligned and hand sew the body to the wings. I make a pass through the wings and then through the body. If you want to use the same pattern as me, I will link it below. Thanks for following along. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'd be happy to help you out. All right, see ya.